Ready? 3, 2.
Oh.
What'd you just do?
Three, two.
Because I thought you made a motion with your hand like you were telling me to stop. What'd you do?
There was something going on.
Okay, 3. Okay, you're doing
Who's
it. Oh my God. Hey guys, welcome back to Those Who Trust. We are back for part 2 of our New Year's conversation. We had a lot to talk about, so we had to split it into 2 episodes. But we are back with David Gulliford again, and we're going to jump right in. We don't really have icebreakers since this was kind of like...
The ice is broken.
Yeah, the ice is already broken. We've been here. We've already been talking, as you guys saw in the other episode. So we're kind of going to continue on with the New Year's themed conversation. But to kind of start off this episode, we will start with some New Year, just kind of fun, random questions that I don't remember even where I found. Probably GPT or something.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. Here we go. So
you kids and your AI.
Hey, it is useful in many ways.
Oh, I'm sure.
Actually.
But it did... Anyway, go ahead.
No, what?
It's just not always right.
No, I agree. It's not like I cheat with it, but it helps me think a little more.
The watch party last night, Matt Gordon was pulling up some Chat GPT trivia about Illinois basketball and football, and it was wrong on some of them.
Oh, actually?
Yeah. Who played quarterback for blah, 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 and I was like... And he gave me the answer. I said, that quarterback played for Missouri. He didn't even play for Illinois, and I was right.
I was going to say, are you sure you were right? But if you're sure you were right.
We confirmed with other internet.
Okay, well, that's good.
Anyway.
Oh, my. Okay, so what is one spiritual discipline you want to grow in this year?
Spiritual discipline.
I'll have to think of my answer, too, because I didn't really look at these. I should have.
Is it weird to say, like, meditation?
No.
Not like Eastern, but something I want to do. So I mentioned, or have mentioned, my rhythm for hearing from God, and you know, that journal that I keep. I call it chair time. That set aside time with Him for more of the conversational kind of prayer, not so much the requests kind of prayer, you know. But the conversational time, I'm wanting to. This past year I went through different stretches of, I would either, you know, for a while I would do it in the afternoon after work. That's mostly when I would do it. Sometimes I would do it in the morning. But going into this year, I want to shift that more consistently to the morning before work. And I want that to be like the daily bread, kind of like the manna for the day, and have it be something that I can take with me through the day. So previously, because I'm doing a very slow chronological plan study over the course of 3 years. This is the third year that I'm doing that. So it's been great. And for the first 2 years, I've done it for the most part in the morning. And it's great, but it is steady, and it's not so much like devotional, you know.
Gotcha.
Kind of the different feel between those two. So I'd rather have, you know, right now I'm in Jeremiah in that study. So, and Jeremiah is great. It's great, wonderful. There's great stuff in it, but maybe not so much stuff that I would be able to easily take with me through the day, you know. Right. Whereas if I'm having that conversational time with Him, and I, you know, feel like I get something from Him for the morning, then I can meditate on it, you know, and think on it throughout the day. So I think that's something I'm wanting to shift and kind of improve on.
I like that. Yeah, ever since you talked about that in the first podcast, the chair time, I've been wanting to try to do something like that, but I have such trouble just like shutting my brain off and just listening, you know what I mean? Yeah. So how do you struggle with that, or is it kind of just now that you're in that habit, it's easier? It
does become easier, or has. And well, you said shutting your brain off, so it's not necessarily outside distractions, or is it kind of a little bit of both?
No, it's just like if I were to try to sit there and just like try to hear from God, I think my mind would wander off to like my other to-dos.
Sure.
Or other random things that happen throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just, like I'll be doing the dishes and just thinking random stuff. So I feel like it'd be the same thing. Like just doing a task but not fully in that task.
Yeah, I read, I think I mentioned this now 2 podcasts ago, Redeeming Your Time, a book that I read last year.
Yeah.
And something he talks about in there is closing open loops in your mind. And I don't know if this is kind of what you're talking about, but you just have all these things that I need to do this, or this, I need to think about this, or so many things that just all the time, and they're open until we do something to close them. And I've more recently gotten into the habit of I have an app on my phone that on it I have reminders and to-do lists, shopping lists, just all sorts of things in one place. So when those things come to mind, like, oh, I need to do this at work, or I need to remind myself of this, I put it down right then so that it's closed. Like I'm not done with the task, but it's not sitting in my mind like, oh, I have to do this still. That is a helpful, I know that's not really what we're talking about, but it's a helpful way to shut my mind down in those moments. Also, shifting this time for me to the morning consistently helps with the outside distractions. If it's 4 a.m., no one's texting me, or there's not notifications going off that would distract me. But it does take practice. I remember the beginning of that, starting that habit, and that you do have to like push through the awkwardness of it for a while. And I still today, I will sometimes use instrumental music, so where it's not just complete silence. But I do
that
both.
Would help. That would help
it
me.
Doesn't necessarily prevent the mind clutter, but I think it can be helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is, I think for most people there is like that initial, how do I do this? Because we're just not used to it. We're really not. We're never really quiet anymore.
Yeah.
There's always something. And for me too, especially living on my own for the last couple of years, I find myself wanting something going, some noise of some sort, or I'll just, I'll get home and put my earbuds in and just start listening to something, which is fine. It's not like I'm listening to good stuff for the most part, but am I okay with, for me, a big one, am I okay eating without being entertained by something?
Yes, I've been kind of thinking about that too. I'm like, can I just have a moment? Like sometimes I reach my phone to like get on Spotify. I'm just like, no, can you just have 5 minutes? Just like peace and quiet. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. That's really hard. Or like at work when I'm doing some mundane task, I just want to listen to something, but I'm just like, no, yeah. So that's definitely, I do kind of want to, going back to like what spiritual discipline I want to grow in. My first thought was like prayer. I got a prayer journal for Christmas, and I want to be more intentional about like praying for specific things, not just for the day in general, you know what I mean? And I think I like how I could kind of mix that with, like in a way, the chair time that you're talking about, and just hearing from God more. I don't know if that's necessarily a spiritual discipline per se, but just prayer and hearing from him more, and like quiet time, not like quiet devotional time, but literal quiet time, just sitting in silence and hearing from him and in prayer. So I think that's what would be my answer. But good. I like that. That's good. One thing you want to do less of this year?
Less of.
This is also a hard one. Goodness.
Yeah.
I
feel like the initial thing that comes to mind is to say something like worry. I want to worry less. Something like that. But I'm trying to think of something
easier said than done,
more
for sure.
Hands-on, like practical.
Yeah.
Probably, I think I want to continue to lessen my intake of media, secular media, good. Really. And yeah, I've been off of social media for a couple of years, like the traditional, Instagram, Facebook, but there's still other things that I can so easily get sucked into, not necessarily bad things, just not fruitful necessarily, and I don't know, because again, kind of being an all or nothing kind of person, it could be easy to just, well, then I don't want any of that, and if it's not sinful, it's not I think Pastor Scott was talking about that a little bit this morning. It's not all fleshly desires are bad,
right?
but moderation,
Yeah.
and that my all or nothing personality also leaks over into, I try to, like, for example, I try to limit my intake of sweets. So for the most part, throughout the year, I'll let myself have a couple of days where I have a sweet. But then 5 of the 7 days a week, I'm just no sweets. But if I'm either doing that successfully or I'm just all in, like every day I'm eating whatever I want,
Yeah.
So it leaks over into, I'm either watching my intake of media or I'm just every day I get home and I'm on YouTube. It's just, it's so annoying when you get to the end of a day or a week and you look back and you're like, why did I do that? I could have done something better, even though it wasn't necessarily evil. Just, again, back to stewardship of time. But yeah, probably less media intake overall this year. So.
That's good. That was kind of, when I first looked at the question, that was kind of my thought, like media, specifically like TV and stuff like that. I want to get back. We have family movie nights all the time, which I love. Like any available night we have, everyone's idea is like family movie, which I love that. But I kind of want to also get back to like game nights.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? During the fast, we do that a lot because we fast media.
Sure.
So that's easy. But then when the fast is over, part of me is like sad, which usually everyone's like, I can't wait for this fast to be over. I want like the food back. I want my phone, like whatever they're fasting, they want that back. But I'm kind of like a little sad because I feel like
life how it was. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of fun. So I do kind of want to implement that a little more, or maybe just like, I don't know, maybe Sundays we just do no media or something like that, to where, I don't know, there's just at least one day a week where we're doing family stuff or we're not on our phones or doing something like that. Yeah. So maybe less media for like everyone. And then another, like a personal one for me would be like less of like, and this sounds so depressing, but like staying inside a lot. Like I feel like when we were younger, we used to play outside and just go outside all the time. And I kind of want to do that more, even if it's just like going on a walk every night, like when it gets warmer. I don't know, seeing if some neighbors want to hang out, or like for a bonfire, like something like that, like we used to. I feel like if there's an available night, I love staying inside and resting, being home, but I also want to get out and like do stuff. So maybe less of being so comfortable all the time, you know what I mean?
Hermit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I look so forward to the nights on my calendar that are empty.
Me too.
So I can just be home.
Yes, me too. But then I feel guilty for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And something I want to do, and I know we're talking about what we want to do less of, but I want to look ahead to my weeks and see, okay, there's 2 empty nights in a row. I don't need both of those at home. Let me reach out and see
but I did.
I know.
No, I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, that's definitely something
What's your favorite game?
Ooh.
Since you mentioned game night.
Have you ever heard of 5 Crowns? It's a card game.
I've seen it. I've never played it.
It's so fun. I've like recently been obsessed with it. And I've actually, every time we play it with like my dad's side of the family. And it's so fun. And I've won every time. So I'm
no wonder it's
getting
fun.
really cocky about that. But no, it is so fun. Genuinely, if I didn't win, like it's just fun to play. That one. And then have you heard of Skip-Bo? I'm a card game person.
I've also heard of it, but I'm not sure I've played it.
Yeah, they're 2 like really good card games. Board games I enjoy, but they're just not.
A lot of times they're slower.
Yeah, it's slow. It's definitely.
Like Phase 10?
Oh, I've heard of that, but I don't think I've played that. See, Monopoly's like a good one, but it's so long.
Yeah, no thanks.
And my family likes Life. I'm not a huge fan of Life.
About
it's
Life.
just
I mean,
boring.
I like Life. Life and Clue are some of my favorites.
Oh, Clue's a good one. You just can't play that with Logan, though, because he's so bad at it. One time he got, I don't even remember. Yeah, Dad's laughing. He's just he's something. I love him so much. How did this even go? He had, like, one of the items was a donut.
You're supposed to check the card
Donut?
to see the clue.
Yeah.
Well, we have Simpsons Clue.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, sorry.
Donut, right? So nobody's supposed to eat because you want to write down your clue. Okay, this isn't the mystery or whatever. So he gets his card, he goes, and he makes this bite sound.
So everyone knows what it is.
I don't think anybody can hear that.
Oh, they couldn't hear you? Okay.
Oh.
So it was like a card of a donut because we have Simpsons Clue. And it was a donut. And he needs to see what it was. But obviously no one else can know. But he looks at it and it was a donut. And he takes a bite out of it then puts it down. Like it was so random. But we were like, Logan, what are you doing? We know what that is now. But we were cracking up. It was so funny. It's just, I just want to know how his brain works so much. It cracks me up sometimes. But
funny.
yeah, see, that's those fun memories like that. It's like I want to play more games like that.
No one ever remembers when everyone's just sitting around on their phone.
Exactly. Now we do family movie nights are fun.
Yeah.
I love them. I don't want to
together
get rid of them. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we laugh at whatever movie we're watching we're big movie people, but games would still be fun to throw in there. You know what I mean? So less media, more games, kind of what we're thinking. If you could instantly master one random skill in the new year, what would it be?
How vague or broad can I make this?
You go whatever you want. I don't even know what my answer would be.
Because one thing, or area, I'm like, can I just master electrical? Like the whole concept of electrical.
Okay.
I don't think that'd be my answer, but that came to mind. But no, usually with this kind of question, my mind goes to an instrument.
Oh, okay.
If I could just immediately be great at piano or guitar or violin, those are usually the three that I think of. Because
you play guitar though, don't you? I thought you
play
did.
the bass guitar, which
I thought that was the same thing. Sorry.
Okay. Time for a little education.
But I feel like it's a guitar, that's the umbrella, and then a bass is one of them, right?
Sure.
Am I thinking of that
the
correctly?
bass is a guitar, but it's a lot easier to learn the bass guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still
So you couldn't play
wildly
acoustic?
No. I know some chords, but
Oh, interesting. Okay.
to simplify it, the bass guitar is, for the most part, one note at a time.
Oh,
Acoustic
okay.
and electric guitar, chords, multiple notes. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, I tried to learn on YouTube, and I gave up right away.
I've tried to teach myself multiple times, and I always get to the same point. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't really care that much.
But I've also heard that violin is one of the most difficult instruments to learn. So I'm like, if I could just know that
really
right
cool.
away. And it's beautiful.
The fiddle.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very versatile.
Stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
But I think my actual answer, as I thought about this, because everything I've said is what went through my mind, and I was like, oop, nope, cooking.
Oh.
Because as it stands right now, I despise cooking.
Really?
But as I stand right now, it's something that I need to do. So if I could just instantly be good at it and maybe even enjoy it, awesome. But right now, it is.
That's hilarious. So are you the microwave meal kind of person, or what do you do for meals then?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to be good now. New year, new me.
New year, new year.
I made some Mexican chicken in the crock pot yesterday. I am a big fan of the crock pot. That's and then I made some taco meat. So,
that's so funny.
Trying to meal prep a little bit, but I do not enjoy it.
Oh,
yeah. Crock pot is my friend.
Meal prepping, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's just a lot of work. And a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
And then my back starts to hurt while I wash the dishes, and I feel like an old person. I just want to quit. So, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. What would mine be? Okay. Is memorization
You're
a
so
skill?
your dad when you do that.
Is memorization a skill?
I guess.
I've always wanted to master, because to me school is 95% memorization, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
But if I could master that, I think life would be a lot easier.
So mastering memorization would then be
I can basically
you read
remember
something and you're good. Oh man.
Yeah. That would be life changing.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah, no, go.
That's good. Yeah. No.
That's what you wanted?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Those are
I feel like I have to
all good
put
answers.
extra effort in to remember stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Amazing. It annoys me, those people who come into a big test or something saying that they don't study and they do perfectly fine. That annoys me so much, because I just spent 2 hours studying the night before. Whatever. Point is, I would love to be a master at memorization. What is the most random goal you're tempted to set just for fun?
Again, yeah, this one's tough for me because I don't. It's hard to think of something that's just
I
like.
didn't think, like, I feel like it would be
out
learn
there.
something just random. You know what I mean? Like a goal to learn.
Like this is so vague to say, but I feel like I just want to start something. Like I don't even know, like a podcast or a ministry or a business or a book.
So like that's a big goal.
Like, yeah, like, and I'm not even saying that I'm making this goal.
Right,
I'm just
right,
saying
but like
something random. Like I just want to start something. I don't know.
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I've always, I feel like the things that I'm involved in life for the most part are just like inherited things or things that I've just kind of gradually gone into. It's like I want to plant my flag, like
that's
pioneer
good.
or something.
That's
you know?
cool.
I don't know.
I like that. Oh, one.
But all of those
goal.
things are so big.
Yeah. It's very big.
Like I've thought about, like I want at some point to write a book, but write a book.
That would be so cool.
That's just like I can't do that. I can't do that
That does
tomorrow.
sound really
so
hard.
Starting it is like
Right.
know. Anyway.
No, that's really good. Random goal just to set for fun. Dang, that's really hard. I feel like if I was older, I would say travel somewhere. That would be a fun one. Okay, I've also always, obviously I'm not going to be able to do this year. It takes a lot of training, but I want to run a marathon one day.
No.
I am determined. I will run a marathon one day.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's another check
this
thing.
is
Like, that's an
where-
accomplishment.
This is where you and I differ.
Not a cardio person?
No.
Yeah, I have a love-hate
If I'm
relationship
running,
with cardio.
you better be running too. Because it's from something.
There's a t-shirt that says that one time.
Really?
My aunt was going to get it. It was like, if you see me running, you better be running too. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah,
Good for you.
something like
Well,
that.
will
I
you-
don't know.
You said it won't be this year because
Oh,
of
no.
the training.
Yeah,
But
I'm not ready for that. I don't have
Interesting.
time. I haven't. I mean, I run a lot in the summer, but I don't really have time anytime else because it's not nice outside, and I hate running on the treadmill.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's
Interesting.
going to take some planning out on how to train for that, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. But just a goal like that would be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or start with a 5K, 10K, something like that, but like run the whole time, not walk.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. What verse or promise from Scripture do you want to anchor your year in?
I was talking with my family about this recently because it was the last podcast where I said my word of the year was beloved. And this, so initially I was thinking my verse was going to be, or passage from 1 John 4 about God's love and we love because he first loved us, and just some of the more common verses about his love for me. But I brought this up to my family and I was asking them, like, is this an okay verse to apply to me? Because it's really God to Jesus. So it feels like, But so the verse being part of Matthew 17:5. That's not right. Oh, that's the Mount of Transfiguration. I think the verse I'm actually wanting is from Jesus' baptism.
Oh, okay.
Where God says, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I'm well pleased."
Oh, yeah.
And it feels so wrong to like, that's going to be my verse. But if we're in Christ, that's what my sister brought up. She's like, well, we're in Christ, so it would be,
That's
I'm
good.
loved like he loves Jesus, So I think.
And just that it has your word of the year in there, it's just like, I love that.
So pairing
cool.
those things, I think
That's really cool.
that's the verse I'm going to go with.
I like that. That's good. I'm going to go like super basic. I feel like everyone knows Jeremiah 29:11, but I feel like especially as I'm entering that, like, coming my high school career, whatever you want to call it, is coming to like an end. I feel like anchoring my year in that verse, like, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper. Like, it's just such a good encouragement and like a good promise. So I think
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's what my year is going to be on. So
Good.
that verse. Yeah. So going back to the last episode, how or where do we start the journey of allowing God to move and following his moves? So kind of going back to that theme of your message last Sunday.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this already a little bit. I think it has to start with time with him. You're not going to recognize what he's doing or how he's leading if you're not giving him the time and space, which we've already talked about. And I mentioned in the message, kind of a tip for people wanting to recognize and get involved in what God is doing is get involved in something that he's already doing. Mm-hmm. And I talked about that verse in Zechariah, that says, ask the Lord for rain in the time of the latter rain. Like, pray what you're seeing. And it seems like why at that point you don't need to pray. It's already happening. But it's what I said was it's God giving us an opportunity to just join in with him on what he's already doing. So I mentioned, practical things here at church, like getting involved in the fast and prayer meetings, small groups, different areas where you can, I think we've done all of those things here at church for years now. So it's just like, oh yeah, those things are there if I want to do them. But it is something that God is doing here, and things that I think we have seen fruit from. And kind of like you were talking about with your family, and how at the end of the fast you're kind of like, oh, like I wish we could just keep. I feel that here at the church. Like, I feel like we build up this momentum in January, and then once we go back to regular life after the fast, then it's kind of like some of that.
Yeah,
you feel a little deflated after it. It's like, why can't we just keep up with whatever's next after? We don't have to do a year-long fast necessarily, but let's not lose sight of, okay, now what? Mm-hmm. After January or whatever. But yeah, it all comes down to time with him, and giving him that space to direct, and not just, okay, I've been doing this for a while and it's comfortable. Once you get comfortable with what you're doing with the Lord, that's probably a good time to check in and, okay,
that's really good.
What else,
So constantly being challenged and growing. Yeah, going back to what you kind of said about the fast, I do love how, like, obviously you can't be in a small group with the whole church all the time, but like the fast is something you're doing like together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
There's
like
a talking
you're a
point.
team. Exactly. It's just it's like
everyone.
A different feeling, and then like all breaking together at the end, like with the meal and stuff like that. It is. I love January for that, which is hilarious because when I was a kid, I hated when this time came around because I did not like fasting whatsoever.
Right. Yeah.
Because I did not want to give up the sweets or whatever the heck we were giving up. But but now which, if I genuinely enjoy it, I feel like that means I need to find something harder to fast. But I had so much trouble coming up with something.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Same.
I'm not to, like, toot my own horn or anything, but I'm, like, really strict on myself about what I eat already.
You're really
so,
holy.
Like,
That's
stop.
what you're trying to say.
So, like, what am I going to give?
Guys, I'm perfect.
I'm literally fasting peanut butter. Kid you not. I'm fasting peanut butter.
I've been doing that my whole life.
I know. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
That's great.
Like, because sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I have, like, peanut butter and English muffin with, like, eggs or whatever. And that's, like, all I can think about when I wake up. Like, I'm so hungry and I just love it so much. It's so good. So I just had to fast that. But that's sad that that's the only thing I could think of to fast. Other than media, which comes with Snapchat and all that, which I do need to take a break of. So that's challenging for me. But, like, I don't know. I'm really wanting to find something more challenging so I don't get excited about the fast. But
I think, I mean? Yeah, I do.
Know.
I think it's an okay feeling too, though, because
maybe.
Especially like we talked about, coming out of a feasting season of Christmas, and you're especially our personalities, we're craving the routine. Yeah. Again, so it's like, okay, I even though it's gonna be difficult, I look forward to the structure again.
That's
and
true.
the
true. Yeah.
kind of
you're right.
Self-discipline aspect.
Well, I think I already answered one. I was going to ask you, I might as well ask you now, what are you fasting?
So I am fasting. Did we not? Did I answer this? I don't think
so. We were talking about it before, but then we were like, we'll wait to ask each other when we're recording.
That's right. Yeah. I am doing sweets and media. So I mean, I kind of...
That's exactly what we're doing, yeah.
And I was telling my family this today. I may add more to that if I because this is, I feel similar to what you just described, where this is pretty common for me throughout the year.
It's not
I haven't been on social media for a couple years, but again, the the sweets and like YouTube, those things have been out of control for a couple weeks. So once I get like a week into that, that may feel too easy. So I may build on it a little bit.
That's
we'll
good.
see. Because I've heard people say like the thing you're thinking of that you don't want to fast is probably what you need to fast. So
yeah,
like I'm thinking like breads. That just sounds difficult, but maybe
haven't you done the Daniel fast before though?
I've done a version of it. I don't know.
I was gonna say, isn't that like the hardest kind of?
Is
Well,
it?
I guess it depends on the person, but
Yeah. Is it specifically fruits and vegetables?
I don't know.
Like strictly? Because I think
it is.
I think when I did it,
Could be wrong.
I allowed like eggs and yogurt. Like a couple.
Just fruits and veggies would not. I feel like that's not healthy. I don't know. Sustainable, maybe. Maybe
Well,
it's healthy, but
Going from how I typically eat to fruits and vegetables would probably be like there might be a problem.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I probably have to see a doctor before doing that.
yeah. And I want to challenge myself to like
Yeah.
skip a meal or something like that, but with like how much I work out and how like I don't know, food is fuel, and I feel like
Right.
that would just like I would not grow closer to God whatsoever. Like it would just mess up.
And that is,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that
in a
is
way-
something I think I mentioned last Sunday, that the one time that I can recall doing something closer to a Daniel fast, I found myself spending more time trying to
Like,
figure out like,
compensate for
okay,
that
what am I
exactly
eating next, or how am I
Yeah.
gonna,
How am I gonna survive?
yeah.
Literally.
So picking something that's a little easier to manage and still have the dedicated time for
Yeah.
the prayer part of fasting, because
Right.
I don't want to. Pastor Scott was talking about that this morning. I don't want to focus so much on the fast that I forget why I'm fasting.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. And that's why I love that we do media. We have not always done that. We have for the last many, many years. But I just love that because it's not super challenging, but it also like frees up a lot of time.
Yeah.
As a family, we spend time together and more with God. It just, that's a really good thing for us to fast. That is the most challenging out of the things, but yeah, it is really good.
Yeah.
So while we're kind of on the topic of fasting, in case you guys don't exactly know, do you want to give us a little breakdown of what fasting is and how we kind of do it as a church?
Yeah. So fasting is torture. Kidding. Let me see if I can recall what Pastor Scott said this morning, because this is what he taught on as we start it.
See, I'm sad I'm not in there
Oh yeah.
this month. I usually am
Oh yeah.
for his fasting messages, but we got some months mixed up, so I'm teaching this month. So
Okay.
I'll have to listen back to those.
So for you and anyone else who didn't hear, fasting is, I think, the traditional biblical definition or understanding is that it is no food. Like that's the.
That's how they did it then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's a good message. You'll have to go listen to it. But
I need to.
he'll explain it way better than or he did explain it better than I will. But it's the laying aside of something natural in pursuit of something supernatural.
Mm-hmm. I've heard him say that before.
And another
Yeah.
common thing he says is, and I think he said it this morning, is fasting doesn't get God's attention on us; it gets our attention on God. So those are things that I like to keep in mind when fasting. And another way that I've said it, I don't know if he has or if I got this from somewhere, but it's the deprivation of the flesh for the development of the spirit.
That's good.
And I like the alliteration part of that.
Yeah,
But
of course.
so I think food, that being the traditional concept for fasting, I think that's accurate. But I think, especially in today's world, I think doing something or fasting something that frees up time is, I think it's pretty important as well. Especially like we were talking about, I think on the last episode, not just this one, the fact that or maybe it was in between episodes, I don't know. We're rarely ever quiet anymore. So freeing up that mind space by giving up something that's, I hate the concept of reels and shorts. I mean, I get sucked into them, doom scrolling just like anyone else, but it is causing us to not be able to sit and listen to a 30-minute message anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, it's been a minute. I'm done with this. Can I
Yeah.
move on to the next? Ugh. Anyway, that's another
No,
podcast
yeah,
maybe.
I
But
get what you're saying, yeah.
yeah. What am I answering? What is fasting?
No, you covered pretty well. I mean, and we usually do it as a church in January to kind of start off the year strong and in the right headspace, I guess.
We've done it for about 10 years, 10 or 11, since Pastor Scott's been the senior pastor, and I've loved it. I think he mentioned today there were a couple years where we did themes, I think for the whole year, not just the fast, and I enjoyed that
cool.
as well. But
I like that. That'd be cool to get back to.
But yeah, it's just a great way to start the year. I know of a church that does this. They do 21 days in January, and they do 21 days in August as well. It's kind of like a reset, like school year time.
Yeah. And
I think that's a good idea too. Just kind of, a lot of times you get to that point in the year and the goals you set are out the window, and it's a nice, rather than waiting till January again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good, like we were talking about, a good family building time. You very, very much unites the church, I feel like. So.
One of my kind of goals for the new year is to fast like more than once this year, like not just like as a church. I was kind of thinking maybe it'd be nice around Easter or something like that to do it as a family. So
like a Lent.
Yeah. So we'll see about that. I think that covers kind of what we were going to talk about with the fast, but kind of going back to starting like new routines for the new year. I know you've shared many of your spiritual disciplines, like your chair time or whatever you usually do in the morning, your devotional and things like that. But what are like some, I kind of want this episode to be more like practical kind of. What are some like tips that might be helpful to listeners as they try to start new routines? I don't know how you want to answer that, and maybe like kind of going into the importance of like stewardship and being healthy.
Yeah. As far as spiritual disciplines, everybody's different. So the things that have worked for me over the years, it may not be, for everyone. True, yeah. But for me, because I can't speak for anyone else, the things that are, in talking about spiritual disciplines, the things that are highest priority for me need to be done in the morning. And I know not everyone's a morning person. I think now. I haven't always been, really. I used to say I like being up in the morning or being up early, but I don't like getting up early. Like once I'm up, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad I'm up, but getting up early used to be a struggle. And I know not everyone's a morning person, but I feel like there's something to be said for that, consecrating the day, and just God before anything else. But that's me. And I think we've already talked about one tip that I would give people as far as the discipline of listening to God is pushing past that awkward stage of I sat here, at first when I started doing this, I would time it, and I think I would try to do 15 minutes, which is a lot. I mean, I would probably start with less than that if it's not something you're used to. But it can be very, very challenging when you're first starting out doing that. Like, it feels like an eternity. Yeah. But as you get used to it, I don't worry about the time element of it now. So yeah, you got to push through. I would encourage people push through that. Maybe even first few days, first few weeks where you feel like I'm not getting anything from this. Keep at it. I think God will see your faithfulness in pursuing that, and He'll meet you there. Yeah,
that's good.
For something like, trying to think of other spiritual disciplines like Bible reading, that's not an area that's ever really been a struggle for me, because I study and like that's right. I didn't always enjoy reading.
Did going to Bible college help with that though? Or have just even before that you never really struggled reading the Bible?
I think once I got out of high school is actually when I started to enjoy reading, just in general, because at that point it was like I can read what I want to read, not just what I'm told to read through curriculum or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and that included the Bible. And that has grown over the years and grew through time at Bible school. But the study aspect, I enjoy the academic side of things. Like that's just how my brain works. So it hasn't been as big of a struggle, but I know of people have come to me and said, it's not easy for me to read the Bible, or I don't enjoy reading the Bible. And it's another one of those things where I'm like, how could you not? But I do. I can identify to a degree. And I think something I've heard from somebody else who admits that they struggle reading the Bible is cultivate an environment where that's, I don't know how to best say it, but cultivate an environment that's comfortable for you. Like if you are someone who enjoys nature and being outside, try to take your Bible reading into something that you're already enjoying. Play music or whatever, something that for me, that's kind of out of the box and not something that I feel like that would help me. But for other people, just try to take something that you don't enjoy into something that you do enjoy, and try to meld the two. But trying to think of other.
Well, it's also I'm so thankful for all like the resources there are
for
reading the Bible. Like again, we talked about in the last episode, the Bible recap, which one I'm going through right now. It's so like I wouldn't say I struggled reading the Bible, but I just didn't get anything from it.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say I kind of did struggle reading the Bible, especially like the Old Testament, obviously. But with the Bible recap, like right after I get done reading, if I am lost and I'm confused, I don't stay that way.
Yeah. Because
then she's got a video to explain that stuff, and then I take notes during it. And I just like, for me, taking notes and writing and having like that more involvement really helps me understand things.
Yeah.
So just finding different things like that. Also the Bible Project, I've heard people go through that.
Yeah.
There's like so many videos in Bible studies.
Visual learners.
Right. And the Bible app has like normal like plans.
Yeah.
Which I like those, but they're not, I've become to enjoy reading the actual Bible more, not just a couple verses that are at the end of those plans.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying those plans are bad. They're really helpful. They're really good. But I would encourage to also like read your physical Bible, you know what I mean? So
I think the structure of a plan can be a great starting point.
Oh, for sure. So just like using those resources and kind of like, I feel like reading the Bible, people just picture like just boring sitting at a table, opening the ginormous book with all these small words. But there's so many like things you can do to that.
It becomes fun.
Exactly. And like I love, you said, changing your environment and stuff like that. So that's really good. So I like that.
One for me, a spiritual, I don't know, discipline is the right word for this, but something that I'm looking to add more of is worship time on my own time.
That's good.
I think for a lot of us, it's Sunday to Sunday with worship. That's mainly where we experience that. But to do more of that on my own and let the Sundays be the overflow of the lifestyle of worship. It's something I'm looking to do more of this year.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, I've really enjoyed this conversation. We could probably go on more episodes about the new year, just how much we love it and how excited we are for 2026. But thank you so much for recording 2 episodes with me today. So that's been fun. So we just want to wish you guys a happy new year. We're super excited for all that God has in store for this podcast this year. And just have a blessed rest of your day.